Hey everybody, this is Brian from Yeti Racecraft. I'm just doing a quick video here of our Mark V wing system. A lot of people kind of curious how it all works and stuff, so I wanted to go through some of the details of that and stuff and introduce myself. Um, Hope you enjoy it. So as you can see, the design, we went through 3 rounds of CFD to get to this, and we got these oversized end plates. But what these do is they create a nice venturi gap here. It does two things. Helps to bring air to the inside. You got the low pressure behind the car and higher pressure on the outside. This helps direct some air into that vacuum area behind the car, kind of reducing drag a little bit. Additionally, this shape, because it's angled the way it is, it draws the air from the outside in and down, again to fill that gap in. So you can see the air kind of comes in and wraps over like this. It'll come in this direction and wrap under, wrap under, wrap under. So you can imagine how that air kind of flows over that edge into the gap behind the car. The other thing this does, and come around to the back and you can see this, is the canards are at a -1 degree angle of attack, so they actually provide a little bit of downforce themselves. They also direct air and create a tighter venturi, so we get a little bit more velocity under the airfoil on the outside. One thing I'm really happy with about this design is that nice uninterrupted underside of the wing. As you know, like with a wing like this, the suction side is what gives you all of your downforce for the most part, and most wings have mounts in the middle which kind of break that up right in the center. So by having this suspended from the ends, even though it's only a 55-inch wing, 6.5-inch cord, it does give you a tremendous amount of clean airflow under the wing. You also see we got that gap above the roof line by about 5 inches from the crown of the roof, probably about 6 over the existing spoiler, which lets the air flow through there really nicely as well. One other thing I would mention here is the mounting system. Looks fairly minimal, right? You've got your adjustments. We're running at a 0 angle of attack right now, but it can go in 2.5 degree increments all the way up to 10 degrees. So 0, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10. And then you've also got your this is an M8 bolt here. And we've got a 1-inch 6061 aluminum axle that extends into the wing itself about 3 inches on either side. You can see it's kind of bolted in there, that little M4 screw. That axle is really what allows us to do this simplified mounting. And so you get this one main bolt on the end, but it actually bears the load across that larger area. So even though that bolt looks like it's pretty small, you've got a very substantial mounting there. You can see, just by putting some weight on it. Very, very stiff. The maximum downforce you're going to get on this wing, we only kind of did the CFD up to about 140 miles an hour, but it's a little bit under 200 pounds at 140 miles an hour. Most track cars are going to spend most of the time in the 70 to 110, 120 range. So you're, a pretty healthy downforce. You can look at some of the numbers on our CFD table to see where you're at with that. But it's usually in the 50 to 100 pound range for the most part in the rear here. But you can see that's the system. And like I said, we're going to go out and run some flow testing on it with the Tufts here. So that should be fun to see. You can see I got our camera mount up top there. I'm going to wait till it's a little bit later in the day so we get some nice little angle sun. We can get a nice look at that. And we're going to run it at 120 frames so we can see it, kind of in slow speed and see what's happening. So that's the new wing system for the Mark V. Also wanted to mention we're going to be adapting this to Mark VI, and I've got a local enthusiast here that's going to be offering up his car for fitment. The overall dimensions of the two cars are very similar. The thing I really want to check is just how the spoiler caps function, and also whether our lower mounts need to be revised at all. But it should be a fairly quick adapt to the Mark VI, and again, this is the Yeti Racecraft Modular Wing System.